And we must be aware of the fact that the city of Mumbai pays close to the highest rate right now for petrol and diesel, in spite of the fact that the oil that comes in, that we import, comes into the port in Mumbai and then gets, moved to Delhi and other cities by road. We still pay a higher rate because the VAT is a lot higher in Mumbai and in Maharashtra. Remember, in Maharashtra, we have a drought cess, we have a Krishi Kalyan cess, we pay the highest cesses, and a reduction of 2 rupees and 1 rupee for petrol and diesel respectively is so welcome at this point, because the price was, quite frankly, had reached a point that it was not sustainable. The average Maharashtrian citizen and the average Mumbaikar and Punekar just couldn't pay upwards of 80 rupees per litre of fuel. And in reaction to what Sanjay Jha was just saying, that we need a drastic cut, one must also remember, from the point of view of economics, it's not possible to drastically slash the prices of fuel. It will lead to reactions of inflation in the market. It has to be done gradually. It has to be done in a phased manner. Just as well that it comes from the states. I think the unfortunate part here, though, is that while Gujarat and Maharashtra have done it, the other states have not, and that's going to involve some waiting. One would hope that the central government also continues to sort of cut the excise duty in a gradual manner. Though I don't believe a sharp slash of excise duty or VAT is going to be possible, or is going to be what the doctor recommended for our economy at this point. But perhaps, smaller cuts on a more regular basis is what we need. Tanvi?
Yes, absolutely, Faye. But the fact right now is we've only seen it in 2 states. It's just Maharashtra and Gujarat. And while the others seem to be questioning the central government, and fair enough, you probably need a bigger relief. But one would expect even a Delhi government and even a Karnataka government to come out and bring in some relief for their citizens.
Absolutely. So it's very important here for all of the states to consider. And you must remember, Tanvi, when the entire GST move happened, several of these state governments argued to keep petrol and diesel out of GST in order to be able to use fuel to make up for the losses that they would incur when GST was brought in terms of revenue. So they're using fuel to make up for any sort of loss of revenue that they're getting right now on GST. So it's going to take a little more than a nudge from the central government for all of the states to come around and reduce VAT on petrol and diesel. But it's something that we're hoping will happen as soon as possible. This is a campaign we've been pushing on the channel now for nearly 5 months.
He could meet around 20 people inside country, outside country, from academia, from policy, from industry, from technology. This year we have a very extended group from the same category, and Honorable Prime Minister spared almost 3 hours to listen to all the suggestions given by the group one by one. And I'm confidently today share one thing. I am thankful to all of you. Today you have reported that event very on detail. And the one day who all are not there in the Indian capital. Rosneft, BP, Saudi Aramco at the CEO level, ExxonMobil, Shell, and all the Indian big companies, public and private sector, were there in yesterday's interaction. Friends, it was not a mere gathering, it was a very open and expert-like Dan technology company represented from Schlumberger, Halliburton, Wood Mackenzie, representative from IEA, representative from World Bank, all were there. This shows the emerging energy market of India. I don't want to repeat this proposition, but I have a very temptation to repeat that. We are the number 3 energy consumer, and our incremental growth is phenomenal. And today our per capita consumption is 1/4 of the world per capita consumption. Whether it is, yes, we know the emerging challenge of electric vehicle. With that also I am saying all the world expert, all the world analysis of energy business is looking towards India. On that backdrop, everyone are very appreciative about the reforms in India on the core area, on the E&P sector, on the midstream area, on the downstream area. The pricing freedom is one of the biggest statement, biggest reform, which trigger a huge enthusiasm among the investors. And on that occasion, on the sideline of that Prime Minister's interaction with the industry captain of the world, we could organize SERA. And as Dan said, for us, SERA is a very prestigious event for Indian energy industry. I'm going to formally announce in my concluding speech, but let me share with you. Hope SERA will, if Dan will agree, I'll request him to let SERA be an annual event in Indian energy market. This event will help us to understand the world development. World will come here. Primarily, they are a service company in oil industry, energy industry. They are the catalysts to bring investor, being technology, being experts, being economists of energy industry. That way, our market is going to be enlightened and our market will be exposed to the world industry.
That was the Union Minister of Petroleum addressing the press at an event just after we broke the news that Maharashtra, the state of Maharashtra, has decided to bring down the state V.A.T, which is the state taxes on petrol and diesel. 2 rupees on petrol, 1 rupee on diesel, to be applicable tonight, which means that from tomorrow morning, all across Maharashtra, you'll be paying lower prices for fuel. Narendra Taneja of the BJP joins me right now. Mr. Taneja has been part of several discussions we've had on this channel where we've been talking about reducing the taxes on both diesel and petrol. Mr. Taneja, another very positive move coming this time from the Maharashtra state government that will offer tremendous relief to the citizens of Maharashtra. So we saw Gujarat, we saw Maharashtra. It's important now that other states also take cue.
No, absolutely. I think, I personally think that, Maharashtra probably, probably could have done it slightly more, maybe by another 1%. But I expect that other states will take the cue and follow what Gujarat has done, now what Maharashtra has done. And if my information is correct, probably Madhya Pradesh is going to do it soon, definitely before Diwali. And I'm gathering similar kind of reports from some other states too. I hope states don't fall into this trap of BJP, Congress, and left and right and all that. But they should actually, keep the interest of the ordinary consumer first and foremost in their mind. And Kerala must take the lead because they actually increased by 7%, very close to when the central government was actually bringing down the excise. So I think they should also take initiative, and at the same time, states such as Punjab and Karnataka, which are slightly better off states than, let's say, compared with poorer states like Bihar and West Bengal, they should also take the lead. But the important thing is it's done across the country. If we have to prepare the country for GST, I think it's important that these states all agree, to bring down VAT / sales tax as soon as possible, and at the same time start rethinking their economies so that they can reduce their dependence on taxes from petroleum products for their overall economic and social well-being.